Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Thursday. It is the middle of the week. We are still getting somewhere, I think. There are rumours that it's kind of hard to know what's going on, but hey, it is. Wait, did I say Thursday? Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. I have no clue what's going on. The universe is broken. My sanity is completely broken. And apparently, I do not have a very good grasp on reality. All of these things and more are contributing to the fact that apparently I'm broken. Thursday, surely it's Friday. I don't know, and don't call me Shirley. Reality is overrated. I'm pretty sure that I wish I knew how I the weirdest thing is, I know I said Thursday, and then I said the middle of the week. So quite how any of that works is I don't know. I'm broken. Apparently, I'm broken. I'm a confused squirrel. Insert confused squirrel noises here. Whatever the heck a confused squirrel sounds like. Probably me for the next 2.5 hours. No, that's a tromp, but it's close enough. Thank you, Veg. Technically not wrong. Fourth day of a 7-day week is well true. Yes, that's what a confused. No, that's what a that's what something attempting to confuse a squirrel for lunch is. And by confuse a squirrel for lunch, I mean use one, or turn one into. You arrived early and were still late. Actually, you got here very early, Hunter. Let me actually quickly get through the welcomes, because apparently I should probably do that before I get any further off stream, off Fnurble. Hunter got here at 10 to 5. 40 minutes early, so welcome in, Hunter. Welcome in to Frauke and Landstrad and Blast Jordan, who all got here just before Seribot. Well, within a few minutes of it. Let's see, keep going. Superfast Feg, welcome in. Taran... Did I say Taran once already? I might have done. Welcome, Taran. I need a checklist. You know, all the people currently in stream. A list that I can check off. I pondered it, Hunter. Except I was trying to figure out things and failing. Let's see. Scroll a bit faster, Scott. I'll never get anywhere otherwise. Jerry May, welcome in. Glenn Pixie, good to see you. Nordic Wolf, welcome. Sci-Fi, welcome in. Then we get to the off by ones, and hey, look, you know, I actually have an OBO command. When did I put that in? Yeah, apparently you don't want it to be Thursday. Sorry, Blast. Progress. Feg is on a 240 stream streak, which is pretty impressive. Did any of us even get the sanity module? Not a clue. I was very confused. Didn't know what day it is. Which one of us? Ritsu, welcome in. Tor, hello. Imagine what Hunter means, given that is that I had a phone call preventing. Well, yeah. I could code that. Yes. No. Chekhov has a gun, not a list. Wow. It was a good phone call. I'm glad it was a good phone call, at least. Most surprised. Yes. Nanian, welcome in. Right, I am now caught up with those who are in chat who have said hi. Those who are lurking, welcome. It's always good to have you as well hanging around. In the background yesterday, I might have spent a few hours removing a large amount of basalt and blackstone. And by a large amount, this is the amount that's removed here came out to another four. I think it might have been 4 barrels of basalt. I was looking at this pillar, and I quite like it. But the problem is, if I want to continue removing down to about this level, that pillar is going to end up floating. So I need to build the pillar downwards to actually manage to keep the pillar that I'm trying not to... the answer to which one of us is, of course, quote 42. Well, that too. But, yeah. I think we're starting... Well, I think I'm starting to get somewhere with removing large portions of the nether. Also, Heil Hydrate. Or I could put something on the bottom of the pillar that gives it a reason to float. Interesting idea. No idea what lore-wise we're going to do for that. And a stretch as well. Ooh. I see my left shoulder is apparently still in popping mood. See, hear, feel. See, hear, feel, seek. Yes. Once you pop, you can't stop. Exactly. We don't have any lore for reasons why things would be floating. Even the towers are slightly embedded into the yes. Lack of gravity in Minecraft. Yeah. I won't be doing this today, but I seriously am pondering more mining streams because I need a few of them, or a lot of it. This area I want to remove, and then remove a lot more of it around the pillar so that it is the pillar, the tower, the pillar, the and Tor has a new high score. Woohoo! What the heck? Why on earth do we have a very squashed squirrel? And thank you for the lurk blast. That's a very, very squashed squirrel. You redeemed it. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of work on this to make this feel better. I don't think that work's going to be today. What I do want to do, however, if I borrow the cam account even further, is... I mean, we've got all of this. All of this kind of needs to be reproduced to the south. So I might actually bore the living heck out of you all by repeating tunnels. But we also have... This needs to be turned around by 90 degrees. Always fun when you need to take a portal and turn it around. But equally, and I know I said this yesterday, this needs to be decorated. And in fact, I've got 3 of them. So, let's have a think. Let's have a let's have a quick nap, because apparently it's dark outside in the overworld. And we are still in the overworld. And see where we go from here. All right, children. Let's figure out what Uncle Scotsman and his complete and utter inability to figure out what he's doing are going to actually get done today. Now, that sounds very, very dodgy, so I'm not going to say that one ever again. Yeah. How dare you infer that I'm a professional? Otherwise, yes. Minecraft needs the equivalent of satisfactory tube accelerators so I could create a high-speed rail through here. Yes. That is something that I am pondering what to do with Taran. And actually, that is where... Actually, let's bring the cam account back again. Tunnel network number 2 comes into play. Down at bedrock-ish, again, I would like to put in a rail network similar to the something that the hermits have, HS3. Yes, but with less budget. 90% winging it, 20% I don't know, and 50% I don't know what's... I'm just going to roll with it. You missed something out of that, Nordic Wolf. You missed out the chat hear me out options. Which, of course, never happen. Also, stamps were... shipping with stamps. I know that Royal Mail allow you to actually effectively purchase... it's not so much stamps, it's pre-purchased barcodes that you stick onto your letters and so forth. And the postman will pick it up at your door. Or you can drop it off at a postal point. The Nookie! Hello. Hello. Welcome in. Right. Question number 12,432. Ah, I do have moss. That's always useful. Scotsman commemorative stamps coming to the new merch rank. No. What the heck is it with you lot and merch? I am not... meanwhile, you just have no idea what's going on with mail on this side of the pond. Certainly none of it coming into the country. Yeah, that's a different problem. And that's impacting on every other country simultaneously. There is no merch in the nibble. No merch planned. Mostly because I wouldn't know what to do. Also, something tells me I am not the person to be looking for merch from. Right. We expect you to not to have a plan, but we do expect merch. I will say this. The odds of merch are slim. Now, merch planned is not the same as no merch. We've seen your unplanned results. Everything is unplanned. I do not have a plan. I don't even have the hint of a plan. Tried to start a band with a squirrel, but he kept insisting on playing the acorn accordion. Oh, good lord. There were rumours I actually at one point had a plan. Whoever started those rumours is not allowed anywhere near them again. Sin Lily, welcome in. I'm also noticing Glam Pixie, I think, is deliberately choosing not to redeem so that they can stay at 69. All I have to say to that is, good choice. Alright, fine, Twitch. You want to have the expanding chat box issue again. You'll use the dev console to force it to... Ow. That was meant to be an awful pun. Around here, awful puns are awfully hard to spot. Why do I not have any... Didn't I have... But why? Throw Scotsman UK. A note with PLN written on it. No A? PLN as in SMRT. Yes. I am so smart. There they are. I thought I knew I thought I knew I had some scaffolding around. I thought I knew. Is that in the same region as I thought I tore a poditat. I did tore a poditat. Raven, welcome in. Good to see you. And PLL was enough for was enough for the Knack McFeagles. And Miss Ferret, welcome in as well. Ah, PLN. Okay. PLL, PLN, AEIOU. All the confused. Right. I see you out there, but you don't see me in here. Oh. Fnurbles. I need, I need filler. Which is going to be a small metric ton of... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to get filler from outside. Ha! Missed. So did I. Hey! Stop shooting at me. Thank you. How did that arrow down there come from? Oh. No, that's my fault. Thank you. Here, have some game sounds. Too late now, you'll just have to do impressions of everything for the rest of the stream. I think yes. I'm not convinced that that's a good idea. Impression of a flying marshmallow. Etc. That sounds more like the that sounds more like the zombie pigmen than the flying marshmallows. Sounds like a cry for help. Probably is. Maybe that's what the flying marshmallows are all doing. They're actually just crying for help. Clearly, they're just... They're not upset. They're just... They're just disappointed. No. Makes you feel more like a monster for shooting them, of course. Last two brain cells calling for hydration. Around here. Alright. You see, this is where I've made serious mistakes in planning, because I, at some point, removed everything up to bedrock, and then realized that actually I needed to fill it back in again. Except for that bit. Minecraft have happy ghasts, so logistically, or logically even, these ones are sad, which according to their logic means sad equals deserve to die. The question is, who deserves to die? Everybody or just them? Shoo, go hydrate. I'll hydrate. We already did that. We already did that one. Yeah. Right, be right back while you grab breakfast. Have nice noms, Taran. You do know Raven was, and probably still is here. So, going full gremlin chat is not going to be a good idea. And even if Raven and Taran are not here, I am. Exactly. But we are many, yes. You may think you're legion. Vive la revolution. Mm-hmm. Right. The revolution has just been cancelled.
Go!
And that probably was the last thing to get through before that kicked in. Yeah, there's no emote only for Nurbles. I mean, Fnurbles is probably emoting something. No. I'll be good. DJ Dark, welcome in. Ah, interesting. VIPs can get past emote only, can they? I apparently need to pay more attention to the fact that apparently the gremlins still have some ownership over the universe. Speaking of revolutions, why don't they work? Because after one revolution, you're back where you started. You've just ordered your new PC. Oh, congratulations. I must admit, I actually was not too horrified by that pun, which is slightly worrying. Okay, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to everybody who's still having a Wednesday. Happy Thursday to those who heard me at the beginning of stream. I don't know which I am. Throws a calendar at me. Why would you throw a calendar at me? I'm not going to be able to read it properly, apparently. Oh. Hey, Katsune. So, Blast. Apparently, that one has been that one's been judged to have been a good pun. I'm a little bit disturbed, highly worried, and completely shocked. Are you okay? Are you okay? I have questions. Your brain still thinks it's in Indonesia. Goodness. Have you been traveling? Are you okay? Probably not, but you can't do a pun while Taryn's What a punderless world. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Okay. That looks a lot better. Now we actually have a roof on our ceiling. Yes, snorkeling and diving. Ooh, lovely. That sounds like it was probably a very fantastic trip. Very hydrating. Absolutely. I suspect that it was also very moist. And I'm probably about to be murdered by 3 people. Is it a roof or a floor? Yes. I believe the only answer to that, Taryn, is yes. There is a floor in my ceiling. Oh, hey, that one's done. Ah, this is the side that's not done yet. You were confused with snorching, and it was snorkeling. Yeah, I around here you have to be very good at reading typo. It goes alongside the other option of understanding Scotsman, which is somewhere between typo and I can't speak. I know speaky. Under the sea, down where it's wetter, the puns get better. Under the sea. We know that Jordan makes the puns, and we all groan and run around. You were sipping the ocean with a straw. Hey, TGM. Darling, it's better where puns are better, under the sea. Yeah. Hutsmon, there's just loose. Nope. I refuse to comment on that on the grounds of, well, that's the way it goes. Sometimes, occasionally, I'm, yes. I thought Sid James was, and immediately, I am no longer, as clean, or cleaner. Lotus, welcome in. Meow back to you. How are you doing? And because the last one was actually good, here's another one. Why? You punish us for having for turning around and saying that something was good. And okay, why did the scooper dive across the road to get to the other tide? Oh, had to go and get blood drawn this morning. Also, fasting for 10 hours prior. Yeesh. I mean, if it was in the morning, you could just sleep and not have to worry about eating while you're sleeping. Taryn is saying, if Lotus is joining and saying meow, are we sure it's Lotus and not Simon? You know, that is, that's a very good question. Just woke up, so alive. How many tickles? Landstrad, the answer is 10, and that pun is awful. Because it's 10 tickles. Why do you need to get blood drawn? A photo easier. Oh, good lord. We have a Pyroar in chat, for those who might be after a Pokemon, to try and survive through the bad puns. For those arriving and thinking, dear goodness, why are there so many bad puns? I will A, point you at Blast Jordan, and B, not accept any responsibility for just how terrible this is. Oh, Lotus, stay, please. I'm hearing another unhappy ghast. I really should probably have remembered to bring some tough in, but hey, we can work without it. You suppose you'll stay. Yay! Lotus is staying. We're all good now. Meanwhile, you're hearing a cat who is out in the hallway shouting at something. He's fine, he's just dramatic. So he's a cat. Why do I think that this marshmallow's stuck? Should we go and unstick the marshmallow? How do you unstick a marshmallow? Usually you put a marshmallow on a stick, not unstick them. And Lotus is saying that was just me wanting attention. Well. Right, let's go and unstick a marshmallow. Granted, I'm going to unstick them by ending their life. Yeah, 2 ghast tears. Found him between the door and the stair railing. Now that he's been found, he's running up and down the hallway. Of course. He has now gotten the audience that he was after. The yelling was to get you to visit, and now the running up and down is the actual reason for the yelling. It was under the heading of, Dad, Dad, come and look at this! Come and look at this, Dad! Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Please, please, please tell me I'm wrong, because I'm fairly sure that I'm... Dang it, I'm not wrong. Oh well. Well, that's a problem. I wasn't wrong. Oh well. The pre-attention zoomies. Meow. 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 Neom, a type of replacement diet. Wait, didn't I? There's another one in almost exactly the same spot. What is it with the ghasts today? Shall we go and murder this one as well? You know, I mean, just for consistency's sake. I mean, I'd hate to be inconsistent, but more to the point, I'd hate to have this one just sitting there screaming at me. Ow. Thank you. And, of course, the fireball destroyed all of the... Well, at least I didn't get another record. If we spend all the time, spend time murdering all the ghasts, we're never going to get anything done. I mean, I'm sure we will. We'll get a lot of time making bad jokes about ghasts. I'm kind of impressed that that one managed not to have a single... have a single record. Really? It's been at least 2.5 seconds, and we've got another ghast hanging around. I'm going to ignore this one. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Dragon, welcome in. Oh. Heil Hydrate. And a stretch to go with the hydrate. Oh, up we get. Come on. And 1, 2. Stretch. Thank you, Feg. Have a good meeting, Raven. One more meeting. Woohoo! You have a cat who goes down the end of the hallway and yowls forlornly when you're right there in the living room. So, cat. I see you are inconsistently trying to be consistent. I see your inconsistency, raise you one consistent, and be a bit confused. Yes. Yeah, we don't have Ashy here, though, Feg. The legally distinct to Clippy clip. Available now only from Blackclad Wanderers streams. Good lord. One more meeting sounds a lot like one more hole in this. There is only one more hole in this Minecraft world. Yada da dee, yada da da, yada da dee dee. Counterpoint. It sounds an awful lot like there's only one more ghast attempting to murder us. Footy, welcome in. Because, of course, there are never, ever ghasts attempting to murder me. Speaking of holes, your world has inherited my holiness. Except that yours are water-filled. So, you have... You know... I'm not allowed to say the things that I was going to say, the thing that I'm going to say, the thing that I'm going to say, or the other thing that I'm going to say, because I'm pretty sure all 4 of those are non-phrasable. So you're playing Ocean Block. You see, that's a much better response than anything that I had immediately crossed my mind. Miakula, welcome in, and thank you for coming up with a reason for me not to say the words damp, moist, or anything else that might have gotten me into extreme amounts of trouble. But I did say Miakula, yes. Yes, but I said them without any context now. Therefore, they're safer. Okay, thank you for breaking the context so that I'm allowed to say them out of context. Therefore, they're not actually going to be as bad because they're no longer in the context that they were in. I have changed contexts. Today on context switching for sanity, safety, and the ability not to use the word moist or damp in a dangerous context. You're supposed to change contacts every 2 weeks, but you usually wait longer. Is that a contactually obliged require? No. Do 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 da da dee da ba ba da dee da. Oh. Oh. Excuse me, I'd just fallen off my scaffolding. Thank you. It's just what the optometrist says, but contacts are better quality now. Used to be 2 weeks. Get a tear in one anyway, and have to replace. They just want to make sure you take care of your eyes. Yes, take care of your eyes. While you can make puppy dog eyes at somebody, they do not allow you to actually steal them and use them as replacements. This is not supported or recommended. So, whenever you make puppy dog eyes at something, please remember to give them back, preferably without actually, doing any damage to the puppy dog. This conversation brought to you by what the heck is going through my mind. Start to figure that out after the 5 minutes after the first. I mean, I'm not going to be. Yes, the I've got my father's eyes conversation from the movie that made fun of Top Gun. Which one was that? Top Secret? Oh, Hot Shots Part... okay. I know there was also a Top Secret... Top Pun. No. That's what Blast keeps attempting to get as a reward. We don't give them it. Boing. Boing, 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 ba-dink, ba-doink, ba-dink. I used to have a bad onkadonk, but hey, I mean, any onkadonk is better than bad onkadonk, than no onkadonk, even if it's bad onkadonk. What? Anyway, where was I? dark in the overworld again. Just gotten to up in the mental Rolodex when Astro sent the message. They only remembered hot shots, not the part duh. The top pun reward is going to be given to the pun that everyone in chat agrees is good, in contrast to 99% of your puns. Yes, that's why that one earlier actually got recommended as being good, Blast. People actually liked one of your puns. Ooh, Nanian's disappointed in me. I'm forcing you to stare at the back end of a llama. I don't know why. That just made you think of, because I have a donk from Crocodile D&D. Yes. You should. What? You're out here in the outback. You should have brought a gun, not a tinny. I don't need a gun. I've got a donk. What's a donk? I am. Also, hey, Elkhorn. And for those who might need one, we have a skunk tank. Also, hey, Stuffy. Hey, Things. Hey, Pork Chop. Weekly Dark type, and I just went with a normal Pokeball. Lovely! Oh well. You not only know the scene, but you reenacted it. I mean, some scenes are just stuck in my head. Oh, I forgot to pick up what I needed. Wow. I meant to pick that up. I should probably get rid of the nether gold ore and the nether thingamajig ore. Quartz ore, that's the one. Scott, you should see a doctor about those things stuck in your head. They're usually not good for me. Wait, no. I've checked the back and front of my head. I don't appear to have any arrows in my head for once. Oh, hey, I caught the, wow. I'm kind of surprised I caught that. I was going to do something. What was it? Oh, yes. Remove all of the things that are in the nether that aren't supposed to be there anymore. Yeah, this lot. I need this lot removed. Hi, I'm surprised that I caught that. I'm Nan. Hi, Nan. Hi, Nan. I'm Sideshow Bob. No, it's I'm Dr. Bob. I'm Dr. Bob. Honestly, I think I'm more Dr. Teeth. That's a bit more Sideshow Helium. Yeah, that too. I apparently know far too much of Muppet songs. Bear on the left, frog on the right. Bear in his natural habitat. A Studebaker. Fork in the road. It says turn left at the fork in the road. Kermit! really didn't scream electric mayhem. Really? Around here, we try not to scream at the electric mayhem. That tends to upset animal and get you eaten. Or at least chased around. Yes, as Taryn says, as we slowly remove these original attempts at tunnels, we would like to contribute to our understanding of how this used to be simpler. It was a simpler time. I was young and innocent. The world was stranger and completely less broken. And I attempted to design a nether tunnel network that didn't require 47,000 tons worth of TNT and all of my sanity. Fortunately, I've done all the TNT in 3 out of 4 directions so far. Or you could have just made more rockets and not needed a nether tunnel. I mean, I need more rockets anyway, so I really should get round to making a rocket factory. I think Elkhorn's already been upset at the complete destruction of the previous nether tunnels, Taryn. Because history. So, you're not the only one suggesting it. I appear to be completely, ghast farm for gunpowder. Scots, it's not that long ago. At no point since he started streaming were I ever young. Wow. I mean, accurate, but wow. Brutal takedown. That looks like it's going to be a sudden and dramatic drop. It's not the fall that kills you, it's hitting the ground afterwards. But yeah, I'm not sentimental about this particular bit of nether tunnel on the grounds that, to be honest, I'm not actually convinced I ever actually liked it. And yes, I know I built quite a lot of it for something I didn't like. It's not the fall that kills you, it's the sudden stop at the end into lava while several ghasts are shooting at you. Don't forget the danger cubes. They like to get involved as well. I had an awful lot of fun with the danger cubes yesterday while I was trying to work on the removal of large amounts of nether. Whilst attempting to remove large amounts of nether, Scotsman discovered he didn't actually know what he was doing. Nobody was surprised by this. This is also giving me the opportunity to retrieve large amounts of warped wart. Yeah, I think we'll be taking that bit out later. I found a lack of nether underneath my tunnel. We appear to have a baby trap. Have a good luck, Feg. Is this a baby mosh pit trap? I'm just going to leave them there for the moment. Yeah, this is the bit that is going to be interesting. Or more to the point, that is going to be the bit that's going to be interesting. So let's get over there and look at it. This portal is kind of a little bit too close to the area that's due to be explodificated. By my count, and by my estimate, the explodification is probably going to go straight through this portal. And I'm fairly sure that explodification is actually a real word. Honest. Footy, thank you for the bits. Also, why did we get bingo for... what did I say that caused me to get bingo? Little terrified baby piglin stuck in there with his zombified brethren. Yep. I haven't played bingo for a while. Oh, my inventory's full. That doesn't help. Only when it performed by an explodificator. Sorry, explodificanator. Explodificanator? Ooh. We tried having an explodificanator. But they were expensive. Hey, True Purple. It's rather hard to be able to actually find a properly trained and certified explodificanator. Your bingo skills are rusty. Not that you had any to begin with. I mean, I'm not sure I had decent bingo skills in the first place. Oh, this is another portal that's operating at 90 degrees to the eventual reality. Dagnabbit. Why are my portals at 90 degrees to reality? I am not a bingo pro. The only part of bingo that I was a pro at was managing to pick just the right moment to get to row a boat off of a cliff. You know, when we got the passenger in the boat to go, no, 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 no. I was about to say, where are my golden carrots? No, 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 no. Yes, it's Alistair going, no, no. I find it highly annoying that one of the few portals that's a way round is the one that is actually going to have to be dismantled because it's actually going to get blown up otherwise. I mean, really, that's just unfair. I mean, really. Oh, hey, more bits. Always remember to retrieve your tunnel bits after you remove them. Trapdoors are always worth retrieving. Trapdoors are expensive. That's better. Yes. Yes. Well, really, what are we going to do with this area of the nether? One does wonder. Whoops. It's gone downhill ever since they let them into the Hamptons. And don't get me started about their abilities on the golf course. And for those who are still actually paying attention, despite the absolute gibberish coming out of my mouth, we have a barbacle in chat for those who might be interested in a Pokemon. Kibo, welcome in. Thank you for joining the scurry. You see, this is the reason why this tunnel was a bit annoying to build. The fact that I kept swapping between materials. He says, and then thinks about the fact that the new tunnel has about 8,000 different materials in it as well, so is not much better. In fact, it's probably worse. It's certainly larger. Ooh, Elcon caught a stone with their Pokemon. By Jove, he stoned it. I've heard of being stony broke, but this is a stony... a stony Pokemon. You're stoned. My word, Elcon. In public as well. And on a work night. Well, for you it's still a work day, but hey. Work a day, 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 work a day. Oh, oh my. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm trying to decide if we should release the babies. Won't somebody think of the children? I am. They're noisy little blighters. Look, you lot are noisy. If I do this... That was not what I... Oh, no. Well, they're free. They're free. I freed the children. Mind the first step. It's a doozy. I thought that if I removed that block, they were just going to come running straight out and end up in the tunnel and just wander around. I didn't realise that there was nothing under that section and that they were going to immediately just run straight off of the cliff. Minecraft apparently doesn't have... Goofy screen. Wahoo-hooey! Yes, exactly. It's the fact that the last two took one look at them, at the ones that went first, and were like, you know, that's a fantastic idea. I'll leap after them. It's like, oh, we're following the leader, the leader, the leader. We're following the leader to see where they just died. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that, Kibo, because I only put it back to make sure I didn't fall through it. Oh, is that what it was, Elkhorn? Crikey. Well, their pathfinding really was terrible. I always knew that the pathfinding onto trapdoors was abysmal, but I didn't realise it was suicidal as well. Actually, I should have known it was. After all, that's how you build farms sometimes. Hello. Look, I need to come clean and let you know about the kids that you left. Oh, okay, he's gone. Fine. Look, you know those kids that you were leaving running around in this area? They might have taken a short walk off of a long cliff. Or a short walk off of a tall cliff. Hey, at least it wasn't a Heathcliff. Heathcliff! I mean, I'm not here for babysitting services. So if you leave your children hanging around in areas that are unsafe, don't blame me when they immediately leap off of them and accidentally fall to their doom. We regret to inform you that Scotsman babysitter services are not actually to be held liable for any sudden impacts with gravity that those that you left in our care, or that weren't actually in our care, honest God, might have encountered. Yep, oh, that's a lot of piggies. That's a lot of angry bacon. Oops, hello. That angry bacon must have taken a lot of damage from somebody else previously. Whoops. That's alright, its brother decided to get a lot of damage in on me. Ahem. Boing, 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 boing. Ba-dink, ba-dink. Whee! Hello. At some point, most of this area needs to cease to exist. I recommend you go and check behind the door that says "Beware of the Leopard." We're putting in a new interstate bypass. If you have any objections, this is your moment to actually have be involved in the planning process. Granted, it's the same sort of level of involvement as quite a lot of people have around here. Since I killed the hoglin during the ad break, it's not raw pork, it's ad hoc. Oh, Elkhorn. Elkhorn. Whoop, hello. I know. That's what makes it worst blast. Worst blast? Worse than blast. Right. I could just leave this and let it get blown up, but it's probably quicker to remove it to make sure that there's not going to be any left by accident. The amount of disappointment in Scotsman's voice is significant. Yes. Good lord. Well, at least we don't have to worry about the fact that this area might have a lot of removal of the nether to cope with. There's not as much nether as necessary. No, as much nether as necessary. No. Welcome back, lurking, Raven. Don't mind me, I'm just littering the community. The beauty of the pun is in the eye of the beholder. Elkhorn. Elkhorn. You're not making this better. Once again, not guilty. While I occasionally do believe you, Blast, careful, Blast, he's coming after your job. Exactly. We was robbed. No. And also, thanks for Elk filling in for your position as you've just been fired again. Exactly. You see, this is the thing. I don't have... I mean, we could arrange it. I think the question would be, what do we fire Blast from? Do we use what are they called? Wind charge launcher to fire Blast from something? Or we already commented we don't have the... Y'all didn't even let you sit in the chair 3 seconds before firing it again. Exactly. It's just an extreme acceleration chair blast. That's what it was. It's a high velocity chair. A bit like the ejector seat from any one of James Bond's cars. I'm not even going to read that one, Elkhorn. That was just awful. I mean, really. And for those watching on the VODs, congratulations, you've just been saved from a pun that was so terrible that even I turned round and refused it. Right. Hey, we're nearly there. A pun so bad that I just couldn't bring myself to repeat it. Oh no, there goes the floor. Yep. The floor, the ceiling, everything by way of this tunnel is being removed, Nanian. So that we can actually connect it back into the nether tunnel network correctly. I know. I'm actually planning on doing things properly. Pigeons don't perform well at concert halls, while most sounds reflect a what? Oh, acoustic. Ow. What the heck was that noise? Whatever it was very unhappy. I think there may be some hoglins about. Watch out, there's hoglins about. Dun, dun, dun. Watch out, there's hoglins about. You had better watch out. There's hoglins about. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh, and I'm going to do these in reverse order, Taryn, because I'm kind of used to it. Heil Hydrate. This self-care break brought to you by Taryn stretching and going, ow! Oh, and a stretch as well. Yeah, definitely. Ah. Is a very squeaky bottle. It is the squeaky bottle of doom. Squeak, squeak, squeakums. Can you dance, Stuffy? Do, 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 do. Ba-ba. Right, which bit were we removing? This bit. Still not sure what it was that was very angry a second ago, but it probably heard one of the puns. What do we have? Cooked elk and pufferfish, idiotic surf and turf. Cooked elk and pufferfish sounds like a variation of moose and squirrel. But I don't think we have Rocky and Bullwinkle around here. Moose and squirrel. Elk. Elk. Oh yes, moose and squirrel, elkhorn and Scotsman. Yes. Dang it, elk. Now we're gonna have to start pondering Rocky and Bullwinkle elements. I'd never I'd never linked that together in a way that made me go, aha, now we can do Rocky and Bullwinkle jokes. The question will be, who are Boris and Natasha? Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a pun out of my... Still, at least it's Boris and Natasha and not Boris and Doris. Otherwise, we'd have to upset Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger that did True Lies, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I still think True Lies was one of those sort of slightly underrated films. It knew exactly what it was doing and played straight into it. It's been more than 10 minutes. One was they were redeemed 4 minutes ago, Jerry. And I seem to remember they're rigged for 20 minutes. So almost every single one of those numbers was just slightly off. Some people in here like to hog those buttons. Look, I've not been attacked by a hoglin for at least 5 minutes. Food has been made. Yay! What was food? Uh-oh. Okay, everyone, buckle up. This one's been highlighted by Elkhorn. A child was hospitalized after eating several small plastic horses. Doctors described his condition as stable. 25 minutes. Okay. Why would I make it 25 minutes? What sort of weird-ass redemption number is 25 minutes? Oh well. I would also comment, this is actually the stuff I'm dismantling is version 2 of the Nether Tunnel network. You see, there is actually a version 1 that still needs to be dismantled. Huh. Okay. This is version 1 of the Nether Tunnel network. Which also needs to be removed, and is a good source of... Apply Rule 1 to version 2, and version 1. It's like, how many people even remember that this version of the tunnels even existed? Because I didn't. Until it showed up on a map that I was trying to correct. It gets even weirder because it had 3 layers of carpet in it. I can't for the life of me remember what actually possessed me to design a tunnel that had 3 layers of carpet in it. If I open this, you're going to get upset and try and kill me. So I'm going to kill you first. Okay, it's even more netherrack. An archaeological convention was cancelled after attendees were informed their careers were in ruins. Concerned attendees were told to complain to their mummies. Good lord. Are you my mummy? Now, just make sure that you don't actually do that. Say that phrase whilst wearing a gas mask. There. Okay, that's why. And then version 3, start building and forget. I mean, yes. Clearly, putting your coffee in a glass instead of being able to use a straw like normal was a mistake. Usually lasts all stream, and clearly it's already gone. Whoopsie. Hey, Shadow. What do you call a woodpecker with no beak? A headbanger. You can serve fun facts to mummies. There is a colour called mummy brown, and oh goodness. Can beacons work in the nether? Yes, they can, Nanian. As long as they can see up to the bedrock. Whoops. I have just made a small tactical error. So let's dig my way out of that tactical error. Oh boy. I need to remember where the kebab stick is. If I'm going to get attacked like that, I'm going to have to turn these into... no, it's that... You're tied. Just laughing at... yes. Scotsman accidentally digging himself into a hole. How unusual. Spacey bacon, yes. Speaking of, I need to eat. I also need to sleep. Eat, sleep, and be merry, for otherwise we die. Yes. And this one for the leather. The invading Europeans were just the most... Well, yes. Appropriate track title is appropriate. Which one is it this time? I can't read my own things. Not according to plan. Ah, yes. Oh, oh, that's an interesting mistake in my logic. Okay. We have a Togepi in chat. Due to the fact that I upgraded OBS this morning, yesterday, one of the two. It's now on version 32. I had to update Tuner, and in updating Tuner, I had to reset all of the details that it was getting for the track titles. And in doing so, I've seemed to have actually added the remaining track time onto the end of it. But that's also now being output if you use the track command, which is a bit of an oops, because that feels a little bit like a silly thing to include. Isn't updating Tuner a phishing attempt? Well, at least it wasn't a phishing attempt. Spelled PH. But Tuner is what I use for connecting OBS to my music system to tell me what the track is that's playing. And in theory also have some control over it, but I've shunted control off to something else. I'm hearing a lot of angry bacon. Good night, Blast, and look after yourself. Personally, you feel that the track command gets used so rarely, even as not probably worth trying to fix the logic. I mean, yeah, I don't think... I think track is mostly there in case people don't notice that the music information is actually at the top of screen. I mean, I started putting the music information at the top of screen so that if people are watching on the VODs and are curious what the music is, then they can immediately see what it is. Or on mobile, where it's illegible. Unreadable. Illegible, yes. So small it's unreadable. Yes. Although to be honest, we've had the music for so long, I think most people don't really worry. There's a lot of angry bacon in this area. I'm wondering why it all spawns around here. And I've just realised with the red particles, there's a very good reason why everything's spawning around here. It's because we're in a crimson forest. Like, duh, Scots. Why is there so much angry bacon? Oh, yes. It's because this is where it spawns. Home of the angry bacon, where the spicy bacon tries to kill you. And everyone knows that it'll step on your toes and the tusks will gore you all day. At least I figured that out before you had to slap me upside the head with the fact stick. I mean, to be honest, I think I'm more likely to be slapped upside the head by an angry bacon. Because I can still hear one. And I don't know where it is. Which means that I'm probably going to have an angry bacon land on my head at some point. Oh yeah, there's several over there. Yeah. And I have to ask, because you think it was Hot Shots Part 2, since we talked about it earlier, but was that the one that started with the typical situation briefing style opening where they kept trying to spell out assassinate before deleting it and going to kill a guy? Quite possibly. That feels like it might have been. Because isn't that the one where they attempt repeatedly to murder the Saddam Hussein alternative? Look, just because I can't say illegible. I mean, initially I read it as an ineligible. Which made less sense, and was why I was like, but why? Oops. You know, it might actually be easier to remove this from on top. Even if some of it is on fire. Everything is on fire and something is broken. Ah yes, Scotsman's building in the nether again. Whoops. Hello. Ah! I found the angry bacon. Or actually, I think given the fact that it smacked me first, the angry bacon found me. Oh, and it's still here. How is it still on fire? There's a lot of dry-aged bacon, aka rotten. Well, yes, but I think my... Ow. My biggest problem is with the angry bacon. It seems to have a grudge. And not have any complaints about exercising that grudge. There was a fire at the top of the stairs. Oh yes! That would do it. It's nice to know that one of us actually understands what's going on around them. It would be really useful if it was me, but, I mean... Why break the habit of a lifetime? Blink, 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 blink. Yeah. Something's on fire. And it's in the nether. I'm shocked. How can we have something on fire in the nether? That never happens. One of us knows what's going on. Only one of us, though. And who it is changes from moment to moment. Ah. I was about to say the one-shot solution. You have one shot at knowing what's going on. It's been 84 years and Scotsman still hasn't got a clue. Is that also the same system that we use for identifying where the brain cell is, Taran? That we seem to have as a collective timeshare? Here we find the collective timeshare brain cell. I thought we had a system for it. If you're telling me we don't, I'm a little worried. I mean, you'd think that... Hello. You'd think there would be some sort of booking system for the timeshare on the brain cell. At least I would hope there was some sort of system for working out who had... Maybe I'm being too optimistic here. Side note, every time you say one shot, you think of the game one shot, which is definitely an interesting one. There's also the series one shot. If you fits, you sits. And Nookie is now a cat. I mean, that kind of fits with half of this chat. Ah, you are always a cat. Okay. Or a tanuki. Ah. Suddenly. Oh, makes sense. Hence why it's tanuki. It's tanuki. Oh, good grief. How did it take me that long to recognize that? We now return you to the fact that Scotsman is apparently incapable of spotting the obvious information. It's not that prominent. You know, despite it being, like, your name. I hate the way those things run off the moment you hit them. I mean, I also like the way that they run off the moment you hit them, but hey. Hello, Bacon. Angry Bacon. Thank you. Nothing makes you feel more like a cat than spending 20 hours a day wanting to curl up and take a nap, except for the 4 hours where you should be trying to sleep. That feels familiar. I was about to say, can we have the rest of those chunks, please? Name also has to be something to do with a biscuit. As long as it's not Limp Biscuit, we're alright. Huh. Okay. The reason I was following this tunnel was I was trying to get over there. Unfortunately, there's a small gap in the world between those two sections of tunnel. Oops. Because at some point I need to remove all of this and rehome my froggy. I think this frog needs a better home. Which is a phrase that sounds entirely wrong as well. Hi. Would you care to become lunch for a frog? Yes? Maybe? Follow me into the pit and you'll be lunch for a frog, you see. That's the way it'll be. Hi. I really should have... Oh, I didn't have much murder snow when I was setting this up originally. This was all the murder snow I used to have. And I have 3 double chests of it in the Frozen Archive, which is how we'll sort this out later. Actually, you know what? Just die. That's better. Now you die. And you die. And you die. And now the frog decides to have lunch. Froggy went a-feeding, he did eat the cubes. Froggy went a-feeding, he did eat the cubes. Froggy went a-feeding, he did eat all the cubes, and he did leave frog lights for a Scotsman who was singing. Thank you. Pidgey escaped. No one caught it. Well, game, it's a Pidgey. Nobody wanted to catch it because we all have 54,689 of them. All the cubes and left glowy poops. Yes. How many did we get out of that? 12. That's not bad. Hi. I'm not going to bother with you lot. Well, I wouldn't, except for the fact that apparently I can't hit you. Hey! Look, just because you're murder cubes doesn't mean you're supposed to attempt to murder me. Yeah, whatever. Whoops. Ow. I'm not a fan of the murder cubes. I will admit it. The murder cubes are not a fun thing. All of this was a vague attempt at making it so that the murder cubes would spawn in with the frog more often. Complete waste of time. Total failure of that solution that was. Now the question becomes... Actually, if I turn that... Oh hey, Angry Bacon. All the angry bacon, where do they all come from? All the angry bacon, Good lord, there's a lot of angry. Whoa. Bacon. Eleanor Pigby. That's the one. She was bemused by the variant of this song. She kept a wondering where all the angry bacon that it came from. Hello. Whoa, that's a lot of you. Are you still following? Yep. I appear to have made an angry bacon farm. That's one way of getting angry bacon. Just have it follow you and then murder it. You're annoyed that the nostrils have different sizes. Goodness. Allow me to help, sir. Are you going to dance? Do a little dance. Be a happy pig. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. No? Okay. Linda McCartney regrets the fact this song is un-vegetarian. Would you rather they had a single giant nostril? Sorry, I've got to remove this carpet. It's annoying me that it exists still. Also, it would be quicker just to remove it by removing the lowest section of the carpet and getting all 3 layers simultaneously. He says, remembering how carpets work. Again with the what was I thinking? We're being sensible? Scary. As long as it's not Richard Scary, we're alright. Oh, Fag. Your timing is fantastic, as always. Heil Hydrate! Go! Yep, exactly. And a stretch to go with that. Yeah. Ah. Thank you, Fag. Everyone else, remember, hydrate, stretch, look after yourself. Do not just treat this as streamer Tamagotchi. I didn't have to pay attention to chat, but you complain when I don't. So basically I've got... I get told off if I do and told off if I don't. I mean, really? What else am I supposed to do? I have the vague feeling I'm going to not worry about this carpet. I can't win. Well, that's cool. That's normal. 99% of therapists rate chat as the leading cause of fnurbles, scope creep, and streamer blindness. Well, that too. Fnurbles. Fnurbles is basically my way of being PG-13. Or at least, or even PG. It's quite clearly a made-up word and not a swear word. And often ends up being used when it would be, oh, fnurbles. Also, apparently my, no, that's the hole I don't want to be in. Oh, hey, I missed a bit. But yeah, basically it's a way of not swearing. Whilst at the same time, you know, expressing the appropriate level of rage and annoyance that might have resulted in a swear. You know, debating quote ad, that's not the hole I want to be in. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that we don't have something appropriate, equivalent to that already. Taran debated it. Raven added it. It wouldn't be the first time we've had a quote that's similar to another one. It won't be the last either. Oh, hold on. Did I ever work out quote delete? No, I didn't. Right, hold on. Let me delete that one, Raven. Right. Okay, that's been removed. I do so love the fact that I have so many quotes that are clearly incredibly dodgy. Yeah. And the occasional tromp just to confuse me. Or make me go, ah. Right. Now, one thing I did want to do, I want to double check if these tunnels do go where I think they go in one case. So there's one part of the world I need to verify we still have. Because I can't remember if it's still there. But I tried looking at my map the other day and it doesn't help. Bounce, 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 bouncy, 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 fun, 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 fun. Where am I going? One of these leads to somewhere I'm trying to get to. And I don't know which one it is. So what I'm trying to get to is where I think I have a bastion that has been... if I was asking any of chat, Raven, I would have given up, because I don't think chat even knows what I'm doing. I'm trying to find the bastion that was hopefully going to be used for a froglight farm. This does not feel like it's the one I'm looking for. Actually, I'm not sure. Oh. Hello. Right. Any speculations for the Minecraft Live event? Wrong answers only. They will announce that oh, what's his name? The one that keeps getting removed has been added permanently to the game. Herobrine. No, not Herobrine stripping copper. Just Herobrine has been perpetually added. Okay, this is not the bastion I was looking for, which is highly annoying. Which suggests that that's the bastion that we went to that got me murdered whilst looking for the they're stopping providing updates while they work on a new game, coming only for the Atari. With native coding to work on Gem Desktop. Okay, so this was not the tunnel I was looking for. Or the bastion I was looking for. Could be for the Commodore 64, since that seems to be coming back. Yeah, true. The question is, though, can the Commodore 64 run Doom? Microsoft's policy is... well, they're going to let you now teach your wolves tricks, but you need nether stars for them to learn each trick. Wow. But you can only teach them when they're old dogs. No, sorry, no. Sin Lily, you can only teach them when they're puppies. If you try and teach them when they're old dogs, you can't, because you can't teach old dogs new tricks. So all training of dogs has to be done when they're puppies. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way, I know. I am lost in the nether, trying to find the way to go. Silly Scotsman, tricks are for kids. Wait, hold on. After all that, it was a dead end? Oh no. I missed the turning. I forgot to take a left turn at Albuquerque, which was to the right. But I'm here, deep in the nether. We find a Scotsman wondering, am I going in the right direction? Where am I? Why am I here? Whoa. Why is it dangerous? Ahem. It's not wrong because Mythbusters busted that old dogs can learn new tricks. True. Herding cats, however, I think even they gave up on. I have reached a crossroads in my life. And I'm not quite sure where I am. I'm also not quite sure where... I've spun around a couple of times and I'm not sure which direction I came from. Okay, that's facing north. That was the direction I was going. It's old dog owners that refuse to learn new tricks. That's true. Wasn't Fnurbles, so I didn't have to say any crosswords. Oh. This tunnel is not going where I think it is.
No!
Yes. Signage. Signage? Oh. Well, that's a dead end. Okay, this, given its location, is a portal to the overworld that leads to a mesa biome? No. I stand corrected on the top of a tree. This is where I've been getting my mud from. Excuse me, would you let me back into the nether? Okay. That's not the portal I was looking for. More to the point, I wasn't looking for a portal. Which suggests it's this way. Oh, this feels more like it. It's a long way that goes nowhere. Attenborough. Here in the nether. Fnurbles. That is all. Yes. Yes. We found it. Chat. Chat. We found it. Chat, hear me out. We've located our goal. Here, we have found our target. Possibly. And this is where we find that I didn't actually finish emptying this bastion, and that there's a piglin brute waiting around a corner for me. No, this place looks like I've cleaned it out. Oh, look! We've found our target! Right, hold on. While I am here, I need to do something. No, that's not the bit I'm looking for. Here we are. No. What am I looking for? Aha, yes. No, that's not it. So what I'm trying to remember is how to... I have the ability to set markers in the world. Oh yeah, POI. Select a blue map. Oh hey, this one actually has to be done by clicking on things. I want to go click to select the map. The nether? No marker sets in the nether. Oh. ID, no, label. ID not set. Click to add a value. Oh, no, I must give an ID. Okay. Right. Build that. Right. In the nether. Nether POI ID. Froglight Farm. Hey, Mad. Welcome in. Froglight Bastion. Position. Whoops. There we are. Build. Marker created. Should appear on blue map. Excellent. Right. I have now got a marker, so I know where the heck I am. Hopefully. So, for background on what the heck I've just been doing, I have blue map set up on the server, which allows me to actually be able to figure out where the heck I am in the world sometimes. Usually, lost would be the best description of where I am. Oh. I just noticed something. You know how I jokingly commented, this is where I find it's a brute and I haven't actually emptied this farm, this area? Apparently that wasn't a joke. There are still brutes in this bastion. There's also Enderman. How do I get out of here? Oh, over here. There are still brutes in the bastion. But what if that one was just a decoy? Surprise! I am not going to be playing with this bastion, but I wanted to know where it was, and if it was still there. The fact that it's also about 4.5 trillion miles from home is a little bit of a worry. Ow. Because I have a feeling, and this is... oh, hold on, I can check this. Oh, no. This bastion is 1,000 blocks negative on X. And 654 on the other important one. That means it's further out than any one of the tunnels I've mined out. Z. Okay. It is still further out than the tunnels that I have mined with the tunnel bore. And you know what that means? It's too far to use the nether tunnel network. Good lord. thank you for joining us, Tanuki. And, yes. We're gonna need a longer stream. We're gonna need a longer tunnel, that's for sure. Hold on. I've just realised I've left the cam account in the arse end of nowhere. Right. Huh. And we have a La Vesta in chat, for those who may be interested in trying to catch it. Right. Raven has just pointed out, quite helpfully. Hello, Clara. Your timing is impressive. I apologise profusely for the fact that I'm about to utter the phrase, "It is time for Pretty's mode." Actually, the question becomes, most of today was deconstruction. We did do a little bit of construction, but, yes. Right. However... Okay, so these sections of the cathedral are now actually properly floored. They have a floor in them. Yay! Granted, the floor is on the ceiling, because... me. That does not look at all like a rib cage. What we can do, though, is go and have a quick look at all the stuff that I caused to disappear yesterday. I posted a brief picture of this in my channel, but... oh, that is so much better without all of that basalt. I think I do need to remove more. I think we need to basically clear this down, and I need to decide if I want to keep that pillar. The archbeams in vaults are called ribbed for a reason. And that's not just because you're left wanting food after you see them. I do love the way that this looks in the nether, though. So, yeah, there's a large amount of mining still to be done. But the really good thing is that we've now actually removed all the stuff that is in the way of being able to... all of the old tunnel network. Yeah, you may not be wrong there, Kay. It could do with being moved just a block or two to the right. Just a little bit over to the right from here. Just a shame. Hey, that's part of the generation, Raven. It's not my fault that it's OBO. But more usefully, all of this has been cleared out. So we are now able to consider the future placement and replacement. What the heck? Oh, okay. They're in a ravine. When I saw it like this, I thought they were in 3 little holes. Oh. They're gonna have to die. Are they where I... No, they're not. They're in a completely different area to where I was. That's a lot of babies hanging out on a cliff edge. And the annoying thing is, all of them have picked up netherrack. They are all holding netherrack. And so none of them are going to despawn. Children of the netherrack. I didn't actually notice that. Oh no, hold on. This one's holding a... What the heck is that? Is that a magma? Yeah, that's a magma ball. They've walked off all on their own without any trapdoors to trick them. Exactly. That's not my fault for this time. This section of tunnel is going to have to be made wider, which is a bit annoying. This portal needs to be turned. That portal is the only one that's the right way round in this area. Because that portal needs to be turned around. Turn around. All your portals are the wrong way around and you don't know why. Turn around. All your portals are gonna make you want to have to cry. That one's the right way round, but is going to have to be destroyed because the tunnel bore's going to go straight through it. Not one of my portals is in a safe place. Wheatley would be proud. However, that's not my problem for today. And it is not my problem for tomorrow. Thank you for joining us, Mad. Have a good time zone. I will leave you with the thought that at some point, probably over the weekend, I am going to try and do large amounts of mining to prepare things. Or even this week. Or on stream, exactly. Over the weekend, I will probably have to remove large amounts of things so that next week you're not sat watching me mining stuff on stream quite so much. Now, I know that quite a lot of you have said it's not a terrible thing to sit and watch me mining things. Oh, that's a... Wow! That's a view. A lot of you have said it's not a terrible thing to sit watching me mine, particularly given all of the conversation. I really want to get that into part of it. Oh, goodness, and it's immediately below this. How much would I have to mine out to be able to see all of that from this? Tons. Okay, we're not thinking about that then. Which is a shame, because this is a beautiful, beautiful lavascape. If I could have a tower over the top of this and have it visible, that would have been fantastic. Just fnebbles. I mean, I could run a 25 ride tunnel bore a few times, but I suspect that would probably drive me crazy. Can I take a snapshot of it and recreate it in the overworld? You want me to recreate that in the overworld? No. Right. It would be good scope creep. I am not planning on building a volcanic region in the overworld. And yes, you can add yet to the end of that. Oh, fnabbles. No. Okay, hey, please try again later. For the heck, piglin... For the heckin' piglin kids. Yeah. Right, we have exhausted everything that was going on in the nether for this week. Tomorrow, I will be back at Jurassic World, and we will be back dealing with the joys and raptures, and probably suffering from the rapture, of trying to actually build the mooring towers for the Gastenberg, which we all know is going to be a heck of a tall build anyway. That will be roughly the same time as always, 2.5 hours previously to now. Same batty chine, same batty time, same batty place. You absolutely heard joys and raptors. They hit very apt for Jurassic World, yes. Joy to the world, Scots has lost his mind. We're all going to build something crazy. Alright. Ah, dear. Right. As I completely lose my marbles, I am going to send us on a raid, and I'm just having a look to see where we're going. No, that's the videos page of Twitch. That is not helpful. I know. Oh, thank you, Taryn. I was about to press that button. I know. Let's go and visit the absolutely lovely Supersaurus Rex. Who is... Oh, they've got a dangerous title. Let's be productive. Maybe. Right. That's a title that just makes me think we're going to have to go and say hi to them. So, thank you to everyone for joining me. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.